Did I record? I did. What is going on, YouTube? I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Tension by Avenged Sevenfold. It's been a while. My apologies for the lack of uploads lately. It seems like the last month or so is the time that everybody wants to come visit. So I live in an apartment right now, and we've had a lot of family over recently, a lot of people. So I record these in the living room. So obviously can't do that when a bunch of people are here. So now I'm back. I live in Arizona, and I'm actually about to go to Illinois in a couple days. So it's going to be even more busy traveling and stuff, but I'm going to try to record a bunch of reactions today so that I can edit them while I'm in Illinois and still be able to post in the future. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, the last video I posted, we actually got to 600 subscribers. So thank you very much. I think that is super cool. I very much appreciate all the support and all you guys that have subscribed and watched all my videos, because that's what makes me want to keep making even more of these. So thank you very much. And with that being said, I'm just going to get right into the reaction. So this is Tension by Avenged Sevenfold. Whoa. Oh, the bass. Oh, piano. That's what. Whoa.
I wake up every morning bright and early, roll out of bed, but I'm never quite alone. Tension is pulling me in all directions, and all these problems use me as their own. Sometimes the pressure will just drive you.
Oh my, the drums are just nuts. It's just constantly.
Tension is pulling me in all directions, and all these problems use me as their own. Sometimes the pressure will just drive you crazy. At any time I could explode. Finding some peace of mind has got me tired. Don't wanna lose it, but I'm journeying down the road. I need a moment, 'cause I'll spread myself too thin. We all need a moment in our lives. Works hard, the day's too long, and that's just where it begins.
Wow.
Tension has had us all this time. I sit in
Yes,
traffic
I was hoping it would get back into that beat. That was nice. That's interesting. This seems like it's kind of from the perspective of, like, you know, the working class, the like blue collar, or I guess not even. You don't even have to be blue collar, but it's just the experience that I have. So that's just the first thing that comes to mind. But yeah, just working a full-time job. I feel like they talk about this stuff a lot. Just working a full-time job, spreading yourself thin. Yeah, the message is pretty straightforward so far, and I like the idea that he says, "I've spread myself thin." So like, you spread yourself thin. When you think of spreading something thin, you're just making it tighter, or you're putting tension on it. So that's interesting.
I sit in traffic every single morning. Just as I arrive, I'm slaving to the ground.
Yeah.
Making the money so I feed my family, but I can't raise them 'cause I ain't got the time.
Oh, no way. That is, sorry for pausing a lot, but wow. That resonates with me so much. Not like raising a family. I don't have like kids or anything, but when I was working, I used to be sheet metal worker. I used to do all kinds of stuff, but used to work a lot of overtime, and I absolutely hated overtime. A lot of the guys I was working with were like, "I need to make more money. I need more overtime." And in my mind, I'm just like, I cannot stand overtime, because yeah, sure, you make more money, but what are you going to do with all the money when you're constantly at work? It's like, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're making great money. The overtime money is great, but I just hate the idea of putting a dollar sign on time, because time is way more valuable. I hate the concept of it. I always hated overtime. I did not care about making more money. I just wanted to have my own time to do what I wanted, instead of having to work all the time. Because it's like, what am I going to do with all this extra money that I made from overtime if I'm just working overtime all the time? And I understand that a lot of people aren't in the position where they can turn it down. A lot of people, they have families to feed. They have more responsibilities financially. So they need that overtime just to get by, which is such a messed up situation because it's so common. The fact that it's so common is messed up. It's very unfortunate that that is the kind of society that we live in. And what's even worse is that we are the fortunate ones. Like there's other places where they don't even have the same privileges that we do. But it's a crazy world that we live in. So.
Just as I around slave into the ground. Making the money so I feed my family, but I can't raise them 'cause I ain't got the time. I got no free days on my busy schedule. I turn the page and it's the same. Don't like my situation, you don't either. Don't wanna look back, scared of working life away. I need a moment 'cause I spread myself too thin.
Wow, I love this message.
We all need a moment in our life. Works hard, the day's too long, and that's just where it begins. Tension has had us all this time.
Whoa. I hear the bass on the left. I think that's the bass. That's really like distorted.
But every now and then I drive alone and know I've been wrong. Hot summer day, gentle breeze that feels alright on the road.
Wow, I really like the, what is that? The pitch choice, like how the notes he hit in succession of each other, I guess is what you would call it. But that right there, what I just unpaused on, was my favorite one. I loved the execution of that.
But every now and then I drive alone and know I've been wrong. Hot summer day, a gentle breeze that feels alright on the road. And I can feel no pain on this train.
Feels like, feels like it's lifting up. Right.
Relaxing here just feels alright. Far from
home. What? This is very interesting. So wow, what a great way of executing this song. In the beginning, I mentioned the drums just kind of kind of just like rolling constantly, just like a conveyor belt, as if just like in the jobs we work, our careers, they're constantly going, they're constantly consuming so much of our time. And that's kind of what the drum beat represents, at least in my opinion. It's kind of just like constant. There was never really a second where there wasn't a note on the drum kit being played, and it was very prominent. And then you get into the solo, and he starts talking about like relaxing. So let's go back a little bit right here. He says, I can't feel pain, only strength, enjoy the sights, I feel alive, relaxing here just feels all right. Relaxing where? Far from home? So is he like on vacation? He's away from, his job and his career, and he's finally got a second to relax and chill and just enjoy life. He got his moment in life that he mentions earlier. It's hot summer day, gentle. This makes so much sense. But what I was saying about the drums is now he's singing real soft, and the drums are super straightforward, super basic, because it's supposed to be a very relaxing part of the song. He's talking about relaxing and just painting a picture with all these lines that he's saying right now, and doing a great job of it. And singing softly.
And I can't feel no pain on this train.
And here's what's interesting, because it starts playing the solo. Listen to the drums. Very soft, very smooth. And then after the solo, I'll stop talking through the song, but after the solo, it gets more intense, and he gets talking about work again. It's like right back into work. It's like, yeah, vacation's great. And my dad has this like outlook on vacations, unfortunately, because he's in a position where if he doesn't work, he doesn't get paid. Like, there is no vacation time, there's no sick time, there's no sick days or anything like that. There is none of that. So he never, my entire, upbringing, he never took days off. He's probably left the state that we grew up in Illinois, like maybe a dozen times in his life, because he's constantly working. And he just does not like to take time off. Not only because he's got a family to take care of, but also he says it's because vacations suck, because you get to go enjoy yourself for a weekend, but then then it just sucks even more when you have to come right back and go back to work. It's like, I understand that mentality, but that can also totally ruin your view on, you can basically ruin any fun experience if that's how you want to look at it. So like, I don't agree with that perspective on like taking time off or taking vacations or going and enjoying yourself and taking off work or whatever. But I understand, it does suck having to go back into work after taking some time off, but still, I mean, you gotta live.
Far from home.
Right here starts getting more intense, and he's talking about work and stuff. I guess that's what he's talking about. Way those power chords.
I need a moment 'cause I spread myself too thin. We all need a moment in our lives. Work's hard, the day's too long, and that's just where it begins. Tension is had us all this time.
Ooh. This is an interesting end to the song right here, because if you listen to the what do you call that? It's not a progression, it's going down. It's a regression. What is that called? I don't know. The chords are going down instead of up. So the way it's going down, it kind of makes it sound like it gives me that feeling. I can't explain it. It gives me that feeling like we're just going in a spiral. It's like, is this work ever going to end? Which is a feeling that a lot of people, well, at least in my opinion, in my experience, I've definitely had that feeling where it's like, is this all life is? And it just feels like a spiral. It's like I'm doing the same thing every single day, and I don't have any energy. This is just an exhausting way of living. And that's just the way, these chords just, that is the image that it paints in my head. Wow. Yeah, I think there's an interesting. I think there could be an interesting meaning behind the fact that the song fades out, but it still stays pretty intense that whole time. It just gets quieter because a lot of people, I say a lot of people, I don't mean to like generalize or make it seem like everybody has this experience with their career or their work life or whatever, but in my experience, yeah, a lot of people in the trade that I worked with, they just work until they die. So that's kind of what that portrays to me, or that's how that comes across. It's like it just stays that same amount of intensity throughout your entire work career, and sometimes until you just fade away and you're just gone, and that's all you ever experience in life. It's just work, 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 and that work is so hard on you and hard on your body, you just cease to exist. Literally, sometimes I know a few guys that have gotten killed and have died from doing such jobs that are horrible for their body and in terrible environments and just super dangerous in general. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but that is the world we live in. And it's like, to a certain extent, it's a necessary evil, because if we don't continue doing certain things and working to a certain degree, the world will literally stop making progress. We will stop evolving. We have to have a certain level of maintenance for our society to even stay alive. If roads just stopped getting built, if roads just stopped getting repaired, if garbage men didn't exist anymore and we just had garbage piling up, if sewer systems stopped running, if water lines stopped running, if electricity just shut down because nobody was maintaining it, it would be an apocalypse if we didn't have a certain amount of people keeping up on it and building new things and maintaining the world we live in. So it's unfortunate, and it's an interesting topic for sure, but I won't dive too far into it for this video. But very, very interesting song. Absolutely genius way of portraying the message that I think they're trying to portray. That's what I got from it anyway. That's what I like about this music, and that's what I like about Avenged Sevenfold, is that they're so creative and artistic that you can take it in any way that it applies to you, any way that you receive the message that they may or may not be trying to portray or try to give to somebody. That's the magic of it, because you might receive something that they didn't even think of when they were making the song. But it's absolutely genius. This is why I love doing these videos, and this is why I love breaking down music that makes you think and music that is thought-provoking, and it's so fascinating to me. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you once again. Thank you so much for 600 subscribers. Leave down in the comments what you want to see next. I'm going to do a couple more reactions after this. I think Strength of the World is the one I'm going to do right after this, so that'll be coming out very soon after this video drops, so check that out if you want to. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Link to the original video will be in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.